Slim is on a lap. I should have not fixed my voice because I got a comment that it was wrong, so hopefully I didn't talk in all nonsense, otherwise I will reply. But we're just gonna focus on the qualifying level for Eric Slim. Up to the line he goes and goes to the top by a 1:22.093 and just didn't got into the 121s. We go to Gingy now, who's 2/10 up in this time. VSL has retired and has crashed out of the path left right chicane. Those are turn 11 or 12, I believe. 11 and 12, not 11 or 12, of course. Will Gigi go back to the top? No, but so 122.1 is just a well, let's say 800 off in this time. Matty is on the out lap. We lost James, who has also crashed out of the turn 11 or 12. Let me count the track for now. Yeah, see the 12. Oh, MCFC has spun. Oi, that's not what he needed. And Matty was going through his ghost car. And MCFC will go to the pit straight. And energy then goes to P6 with a 123.053. That's now fellow Matty. Oh, isn't on the lap, I see. That's now fellow Matty. Just did a double check on my voice and that's correct for now. Martin pulls again into the pit, so he isn't happy about this lap. So I think he will start pretty much from the back, otherwise he has just one run to go now. He fights it enough, he will be tired and start a bit of the middle pack, kind of the middle pack, those who retired already. Don't know what I'm talking about, but yes. We got 6 DNFs. Those are James Killer, ERT Kaya 19, Shadowlands 29, SFR Martin, WSL 05446, I'm just in time, and Gox, but yeah, we always call Gox as a retirement, but he really isn't. We're gonna stick with Paul for the coming 2 minutes. Because he's the closest to start a flyer. Well, wait a bit, Dai is now on a flyer. Here we have him, the championship leader, who could make a big step to extend his championship lead, of course, before we will go to Singapore next week. So that's a hard track, and if it isn't your favorite, then it's all about damage limitation, and you could say the same about here. There are loads of people who doesn't seem to have a flow with the circuit, and for the there are also a few who kind of like the track. Let's say if you're fast you like it, if you're not fast you don't like it, so that's kind of fair to say. While I was talking, Dai will now finish his lap, and he goes to the top, or yes, he goes to the top with a 121.8. And now let's quickly go to SFR Paul, who is in first sector 3 tenths up, second sector 6 tenths up, so that's gonna be a big improvement, of course. He did set his current lap on the, or the previous lap, sorry, on the medium, so this should be a kind of a improvement. So we should break into the 122s, and let's see if he maybe gets to the second row. And to the line he goes. 22.3 brings him up to P4. That's great for now, and Paul has to wait if that's going to be his place on the grid, or others will improve. Gingy is on a lap. And the only one, so we will follow him. He's one step up on the first sector. In the game we are still doing the chicane, which in real life they have removed. Oh, and Gigi lost! Whoa, 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 whoa! Thank God Gigi didn't hit the wall, but that was a big moment from SFI Gigi. Thank God he didn't crashed in the wall, but it was spectacular that we catch it. So Hunter is now on the lap, so he's slightly up in the first sector. Let's see how his second sector will be, as we have our sector split about now. I think he improved a bit by then. So, but he has to find more if he wants to push all of the second row. The lap looks good by Hunter. He got a slight moment coming out of the last corner, but anyway, he goes to fourth with a 122.1, just slightly slower than Gingy, but these are on the same road, so that doesn't really matter, I think. Or either you on the inside or the outside for turn 1. We will go to... Is he with us in Validate, so he won't improve. Then let's go to the car behind him, which is a leading sign, who I think was crossing over the exit curb out of turn 12. Nettie has retired the number 3000 retirement of this qualifying with 18 drivers. So we have only 7 or 6 in 5 competition. But Emilio Sign will he go to improve. He will improve in that position. Then we have Aereo Glass. He'll jump Rob Williams for the 5th row on the grid, and Energy then looking for his best qualifying of the season, I think. 22.7. Also not an improvement, so that's your qualifying. With I think if there was a bet office for the GP4 qualifying, then I think this would really be your front row with Dine and Eric Slim, the 2 drivers who are the highest of on the championship, first and third. Eric Slim has to get 9 points to jump ahead of Peldigaris. And for Dai is just a case of finishing the race and take as much points as he possibly can get. So we'll go through the championship results from the qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix. Dai 36 in P1, Eric Slim in second, Gigi in third, and Hunter in P4, and Paul is 5th place. All in top 10 has set a time on the softs, and those are all your retirements. Not really positive to look at, but of course it's a tricky track, so in pretty much every division and every league, I suppose, there is a crash here in on qualifying at Albert Park. It's a really tricky circuit where you have to get everything right to get your lap in. And I think we'll see much further more in the coming days. And I haven't watched GP5 tackle online, but I presume it would also be there. GP5 is, I think, also live. I will do a quick check for you. Yes, it is live.
Those two.
They are halfway through the race, with half of the field retired, so that isn't really good. But Ross Smitty is your commentator there, so go over to him if you want to catch up the GP5 race. But we will be pairing ourselves with the GP4 race at the same track. The formation lap is now going, so we will take a look at the tires for, most interestingly, outside of the top 10. Here we are. We see that as the top 10 will have to start on their used set of soft. At MCFC, James, Kaya, Shadowlands and Martin have chosen the medium tire. We as well has chosen the soft, and I'm just diving Cox for the medium. You could do a one stopper here from the soft medium, or what the outside of the 10 gonna do. Medium to soft. In previous game the medium was a bit of a pain in the back, let's say, to run, as it's just at the halfway, and for soft it was too long and for hard it was too short, and I obviously don't really know the tire wear around here, as it's quite long ago for me since I raced at this track. Not having great memories from last week, but it's not about me personally, but it's about the GP4 drivers today. They're lining up on the grid, so let's see what the kind of madness we will have in the first corners, and let's see if everyone goes through cleanly, as the drivers are slowly getting into their grid slot. Cox has slotted into his grid slot, so then we will go. The 5 legs are going on, and we are underway for the Australian Grand Prix here at SFR, where Dai and Eric seem to have an identical start, but Dai goes into the lead, slightly track limit I think there. After being damage made, I don't see anything. Well, I say that we as well maybe got a touch, as we have a further safety car. So the drivers must stick to their delta, so as it's kind of yeah, don't really know what to say. Hopefully nobody got damage from it, as anything in the inside having conservation what to do. No penalty seems to be handed out. That's quite surprising. As we're going back to green now. Oh, and energy that's right on the rear of Binnenstein. And we use ERS to get past the Binnenstein here at turn 13. Oh, he dives it in there. Wow, what a move. And I think he made a mistake. Yes, he did. P4 for energy then, who has his best start in quite a long time. Normally he qualifies around 10 and then gets a tap and falls behind with front wing damage, but we have yellow again. It's Kyra who got into the gravel with front wing damage on the right front. So that's not gonna help him. And Binnenstein lost another place to GG. As Netty turn is off! Whoa, whoa, whoa! And Netty is off. So that will bring out the safety car, that's for sure. And I think Paul, yeah, he lost his whole front wing at SFR Paul, so he got collected by that he was reserving for SFR Poch. And Paul would have hoped for a full safety car, not a Virgil, and that's what we have got now. And then we go back to green, but Eric Slim got a drive-through penalty. Oh, this is a game changer. So once he will goes into the pit for service drive-through, I will have a big lead, and Eric Slim does it by now. So I think he just slightly hit the red side of the delta. That's a automatic drive-through penalty. As Duits is the fastest lap, 1:30.7. It could be faster, but we had a further safety car, of course. DRS enabled for what's it's worth around here. As we have 3 DRS ons, that's kind of crazy. Let's see where Eric Slim drops. I think it's just behind Gox. It's just behind him, yes. P14 for Eric Slim. So he has to make up a lot of ground, so let's see if that's gonna work for him. Let's follow the battle for second place with Hunter Kichi, who is now still Aston Martin in second, but I think those who are supporting Eric Slim and Eric Slim himself would want to be in second place for now, of course. In third place we have SFR Energy then, and in fourth place we have our reserve, SFR GG, who is the highest reserve currently running. And we are taking an onboard from him. DRS is available, of course, so Energy could lining himself up for a move here, if it's all gonna work, of course. Hunter had a slight moment on the exit as Diet goes to 126. And here goes Energy then, and that doesn't defend the inside, and there's contact made on the first corner. Now Gingy feels hungry, now Energy then goes to the inside, and now that's gonna work. I'm surprised Hunter didn't defend at all, so he drops to P3 and has already to look into his mirrors to not let SFR GG by. Whew. As FCFC gets really close with James, but gets behind him. James didn't really got a good exit there. He's gonna make a move here. At a chicane that isn't there nowadays, but he didn't. Oh, Hunter and Jimmy They down the fast left-hander, turn 11. That's really impressive to do. So he's in third place and can chase after Energy Dan, as Dai already had a 6-second advantage on second place driver Energy Dan. MCC has passed James Keller. Oh, and I think G is now overtaking Energy Dan without any difficulties. And Jinji looks to have the better pace of those all. So. But hopefully for the content they stay together, as Eric Slim goes to fast lap. I want to sit to the top, but he can't go to the top. It's P13. Oh, James has overtaken FCC by then, so the counter attack by the Red Bull drive, who's reserving. I don't really know for who, but that's not our case, let's say. Talking about reserves, we have Martin going to P9 and overtaking Euroglass, and I'm just in time, who is a full-time driver around here. Wants to get past Euroglass as quickly as possible. Oh, I thought he could have been the move there, but he luckily backed out, otherwise there could have been a nasty collision as MCFC and James are battling. These two are great to battle, as the brother and sister team from Red Bull are battling, and also Martin's looking up closely. Let's go on board with Martin this time. And now go back to James, and James goes to the outside. Normally that's not gonna work, but MCFC gave him the space. Now has a better exit, going for turn 3, but has not DRS of course, but can brake late of course. But oh, Jan Martin on the outside as Rob Williams has retired. Oh, right on the track. Oh, that's a safety car. That's a safety car. So Rob Williams calls it the first physical safety car of today. So I presume the soft runners are now going to all pit. Dai goes to the pit, and of course he loses his 6 seconds advantage, but if Dai has strong pace, in which we know he has, he can maybe build it up again. On to the mediums he goes. As James will now go to the top. Yes, he will. No, just slightly. Dai goes to second, so he loses actually nothing. MCC is in third, Marlin in fourth, and just time in fifth. And then we have Gingy in sixth, so there are 3 cars between Dai and Gingy. Surprisingly, the design has chosen for the soft. But why did you then we lost? Oh! Where the hell has he been? Anyway. safety car is gonna stay out for one more lap. And we'll be waiting on Paul, who is running on his heart. Energy then wheel got disconnected, so that's why he crashed out. So that's really hurt. It's really hurting for him. So he was doing really great, but those are things that are out of your control. Als kat goes to the sauce. The Boxhouse is for me kind of known for having quite interesting strategies and really loves the softs to attack, but Fitbini is the best race tire around here. So, but anyway, let's see how's that gonna make up for him. And if we got the next stage gun around 10 laps, then he doesn't really have a problem. Safety car is going to join the pits again. So James can control the field. And when will Dye pass him? That's going to be a question, as he leaves quite kind of a gap. Whoa, what an action Dye got! Ladies and gentlemen, that's an action as you like it, and you already go into turn 1 with the lead. It's amazing. Honestly amazing what he did. MCFC wants to get past James, but he doesn't get us. Gingy, and I'm just in time. Gingy doesn't want to let Dye go too much and has to pass those drivers ahead of him who he actually isn't racing with. Has to buy quickly, of course. But he has his first ball, and oh, what a dud move from I'm just in time. Honestly. Oh, sometimes in this league you don't see the best moves, but why on earth do you try there? It's never been called the overtake spot, so don't really know why. Sometimes you see also getting close to James again. Setting up this move here. There's a great exit coming out of turn 12 and goes now to the inside, but James got better on the brake, so Martin is also closing in on them as kind of a big group. And Dye already extending the gap to 2 seconds, so I think it's going to be a kind of a Sebastian Vettel in his prime at the Red Bull, where he starts from pole, runs away, and even though there is a safety car, that safety car is getting in the pits again, and then he runs away again. So I think nobody's going to stop Dye. His only opponent is himself. I made a sign, and Gingy has lost places. He is waving on the straight, so he doesn't seem to be really happy, and he DNFs deliberately and calls the safety car. I'm really getting done by those people. Yeah, that's what you sometimes have. Oh, no overtaking here. Martin got a 5-second time penalty, but interestingly, Ambita sign now goes to the medium. So he has the best mediums of them all. Martin goes to the hard tire, quite interestingly. But the good news for Alex Slim is that he's back in the game. With and if you can pass, if you've seen James quickly, but those two are putting up a fight the whole time. So then Alex Slim can come back to second place. So those safety cars are really helping him for now. Martin goes back into pits again, so he goes back to medium, I presume. No softs, I see. No medium. I'm colorblind. So he's back on the mediums. It's a new set. So he will join the field and we'll come back as both Alfa Romeos are at the back. So if Pelligaris is watching, he wouldn't be happy. And even Alfa Romeo fans are not happy to see that. I'm not watching at all. We got back to racing. Shadow Ran's got a decent time, and it is the first we have, I think, beaten sign and we go around the outside. I think that's kind of good stuff. But we follow the battle for P2. It is as We want to see Alex Slim get quickly past those two. But I don't think that's really gonna help because James. Oh, MCC is off, so that's gonna help Alex Slim, of course. And wants to have the inside, but James blocks him. Our earlier glass is off. That's front wing damage, I think. No, just let him not by. Not, you don't see it really often. Not going to make a move. What's happening to MCFC? No, taking a salvo. Go back to the battle for second place. As Dyer, we can't honestly see Dyer anymore. Oh, Alex goes to the outside, outside. No, I think he got squeezed into the wall. As Cox is out and just rage quit. We're not happy to see that, but Cox is Cox. Eric Slim, he backs out of it currently. Oh, contact between James, and now Unbeaten Sign goes back at it again, and Unbeaten Sign is going to the end on these tires. So Eric Slim has to pass Unbeaten Sign to get honestly that real second place, because James has to pit in the coming 14 laps. So. But the battle is far from over, as earlier guys and Just in Time are battling. Just in Time is quite understeering, so we got damage on the left front. Hope you didn't hear that, but let's see if Unbeaten Sign can pass James. And when is James gonna pit? He is the only driver to still. Oh, that's just his leg. Sorry. James is the only driver to still running on the tires he started on. But let's see if Unbeaten Sign is gonna pass James. Inside. It will be the inside and get past. It could be easy, of course. Oh, James lost there, just blocked the pass of Eric Slim. So Eric Slim is getting very frustrated behind James, because he's holding him a big time, and now was more than 7 seconds behind Dye. Even though that's quite irrelevant, but still. Alfa Romeo is both updating. Not good news. Oh, that's going to be a track limit for Max Hunter! Same moment. Paul goes up to 5th and then Sir Lancer up to 6th. Don't think that was a good run for Slim, but now he goes to the outside. Now he's going to make the move, and he has made the move finally. now has to make a good last sector to not give James a chance to re-overtake him, otherwise that would have been a problem. And he's too far away for James to make a move, so Slim can now focus himself on being inside, but he has lost a big chunk of time. Hunter was putting the pressure on Shadow Lancer. MCFC with a 124.7. He's quite lonely, all noisy behind Martin. Energy then is leaving the session after his wheel disconnected behind the safety car. The first physical safety car, because the second was just a necessary safety car. Slim will have DRS on unbeaten sign, who has the leg sign on his PSN name, now goes away and it's back again. Hopefully it's raceable for Slim, but also for us to follow. No pass made on this lap. Unbeaten sign seemed to be making a mistake. Also Paul is now on the way on James, so and if unbeaten sign does hold Slimmer, then Paul maybe can join the party, because sometimes he has relentless pace. Is there going to be a move made here after turn 12, going into turn 13? I don't think. But Paul will. He wants. Oh! I don't think he will be happy with that move from James. James doesn't seem to making quite the friends and not sending each other Christmas cards at the end of the year. Eric Slim, DRS is open now, and will he make the move? Oh, James got into pit, so that's free air for Paul. There goes Eric Slim to the inside of unbeaten sign, and he gets the place. He's finally in the place he wants to be, because that's just second place and nobody in front of him. Because unbeaten sign is lagging bizarre. Beaten sign is out of her second, so he doesn't have DRS. Then we have only one battle left. That's Shadow against Hunter. MCC got a penalty, but he's in 10th place, so that doesn't really matter. Hunter makes the move from Shadow Lancer, and goes back into 5th place. And now what's the main use of his tires, which he has been on since lap 7, 13 laps ago. Also beaten sign still tries to get it in that 1 second window. And also Shadow Lancer is staying with him, as we are going to a point where the hards are going to be a better tire. Oh, Hunter is off! Oh no! That's gonna be a commentator's curse, and that's going to be your safety car. No safety car. And I just got into pit lane, so we're gonna put the soft tire on. And going to have a sprint to the end. And is someone gonna stay out? If you're gonna do it, you'll be quite stupid. Well, James could do it. And he does stay out, so let's see if he's gonna make up any place. Surely he will, surely. P5 it's going to be. That's quite okay. Quite okay. Yeah, and Gox, who rage quitted, is now probably gonna annoy some drivers, because his AI is in the middle of the field. We're gonna wait on the AI of Gox, Martin, MCSC and I'm Jason Dime, and then we'll go back to racing again. We can look at the penalty situation. Slim was a 3 second, Shadow Lancer has a 3 second, the last 3 drivers got a 3 second, so that may be a game changer if it's gonna be a close finish. You know, for the first time since the first lap, Dai has got now his rival, say, behind him. And if Dai is going to win the Australian Grand Prix, and he currently doesn't have the fastest lap, I think. No, he hasn't. He could set it, of course. He has now, before the race, a 16-point gap lead. With a victory without fastest lap, it's going to be 41 points. Yes, 41. So that's a big gap going into the next race. So, and Slim, with his second place currently, is also going to jump over Peltigaris by 2 points. 2 points. 2 points are 2 points. safety car is going in for the third time, and I hope that was the last safety car we had today. So now we can sprint to the finish line with Dai leading the pack, and it's his job to say when he wants to go. Now we're going and resuming the Australian Grand Prix at the Speedforce Racing League. And Meeden Sign only has one thing to do, that's just not exceeding the track limits and just stay behind Eric Slim, and then he can jump to second place. But we're not at that stage currently, as Martin and Gox is in a battle, of course, but we want to see some overtakes. MCC goes with him, let's say, but then is waiting when I'm just in time is gonna do it. That's going to be here. Skunk. His AI is running away from him coming out of the corners. It's quite funny. Now he has overtaken him. That was the interesting part. As James can't follow the pace of the top four. Oh, it goes off! Luckily for him, he still had control of the car, even though he was in the grass. Oh, Martin in earlier glass. Curious to know what MCFC's got to do with this. Side by side, Martin earlier glass goes off the circuit. So he has a bad run coming out of turn 2. MCFC. Oh, there's a quick switch to the outside, which now turns to the inside. Beautiful move by NSR MCFC. And he goes to P8. That was a track limit, so Shadowlands doesn't make the move. Nice is a faster lap, 123.5. But Eric Slim is 6/10 on his toe. Got a yellow? It's Martin also. I'm just in time now behind radio glass. Hopefully he doesn't make that same stupid move like last time. Otherwise it will cost him again quite bigly. Shadowlands is on the way of James. Oh, he has a mega run on James. Up to P5 Tom goes. And I'm just in time and everybody's battling. Oh, side by side. Still side by side they're going. And then he goes backs out, so he may have slipstream. Or a toe. Oh, Sam is just backing him up. So he has DRS, so no change made. Oh, James has got Tom back. So Tom wants to get James back. Will he brake to the inside? No, no, no. He doesn't want. Oh, James slightly outbraked himself. Could say the same about Tom, but yeah, anyway. And Eric Slim got himself out of the penalty window with a beaten sign, so it's obviously helping him with now he's staying with dive, so that's really gonna help him for the last 4 laps. If he just keep doing like this, then second place is for him. As and being sign has to look behind because Paul is chasing him, and Paul has really good pace, as we know. Shadow got changed back again, but we go back to P3 and Paul didn't got the 3rd place, and Shadow may have stick to 5th place for now. But we will now stick for the battle for P3 between Unbeaten Sign and Paul. The gap is also 6 seconds here at the front between Dai and Slim. Martin gets a 3 seconds as Paul gets to P3 but goes on to the grass, so that's not helping him to get the 3rd position. And by the way, it's a equal battle because none of them have penalties. I really hope now one of them will get a penalty. Of course, when I talk about it, Paul gets a penalty. Oh my, oh my, oh my. My commentator strikes again. Slim is getting closer. He has no more playing room behind, so we could try it, of course. FCSC gets a 3 seconds. Well, the first one he gets. We have battles to P1, P3 and P5, so there's a lot to check. I don't see anything moving here for P1. Paul can just fight with sign, with being sign, as it just won't affect his performance. Just in time, but it's really late for turn 13 here. But we'll go back to the battle for first place, even though we will know the winner. And Dice going to defend, and Slim goes for the outside, and will not contact mate between the two. But Eric Slim will just run away on this straight, and I think Dice is just letting him go. Paul goes down to 3rd place, has probably been decided with a mistake. James got back to 5th. Quite a really good result, and I'm just in time. Sticks his nose in, but won't get a position. Looking at the penalties for those two, it's all the same, so that's not gonna bother them both. We're on the final lap of the Grand Prix, the Australian Grand Prix, with Eric Slim in the lead, but he of course will lose the first place to die. Slim is really putting the hammer down on this last lap, so maybe he wants to try to have the fastest lap, which will be hard, of course, to get. Will see any battles here? Well, Shadow Lancer goes for it, and we won't get him off. But we go to the front with Ericsson winning the race on track, but Dai is your Australian Grand Prix winner, with Paul finishing in third and Biedenstein in fourth, as I'm just in time. I spun around. James, our reserve, is the best reserve we have today, as he wins in fifth place, Urgas in sixth, Shadow Lancer in B7, mine, no, I'm just in time, in P8, MCFC P9, Vox, our AI, finished 10th, but that position will go to Martin, who's I think still wanting to improve the fast lap, and that's his right to do, of course, to get an extra point for Alfa Romeo, potentially. I think that they already have, yes, 23.4. And that's another fastest lap, so he had some fun at the end, say Martin. Let's see what the driver of the day is going to be. I'm just in time. For me that's going to be Eric Slim, who had a drive through at the first 30 chicane, I believe. Chicane, 30 safety car. And then from P13 got all the way back to P2, and then to in the last lap battle to get in the first position and finishing second. But just damage limitation now, and now going to P2 in the championship, of course. That's your podium. Dai, Slim, and Paul. These are your results. I just said the top 3. In 4th place we have Unbeaten Sign, 5th is James, 6th is Urgas, 7th is Shadow Lancer, 8th is I'm Just in Time, 9th is MCFC, 10th is the AI of Cox, 11th is Martin, 12th is Hunter, who DNF'd, and then the others are TNT Energy, then Rob Williams, Kaya, Matty, and WSL. I'm going to invite the top 3, and I will see you in just a few minutes. Your top 3 has been invited. Those are Dai, Slim, and Paul. So let's see who's gonna join us for after we have finished the 30th round of the championship, as we will be going to Singapore next week, as we will be going to the showroom and showing the Williams car, who was gotten the 4th win of the season already. So that's that amount is telling. So as we get our race winner here in today, Die 36. Die, you're leaving Australia with 41 points advantage on no 39 on Slim going into Singapore. So how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. So Slim's up to second now, is he?
Slim's now up to second.
Okay, awesome. So yeah, got a bit of this nice little championship going on now. Yeah, it feels good. Obviously, I won't be racing Singapore. I'll be catching a flight in the morning, so I'll be gone for it. But yeah, it's good. I know. Obviously, it's nice knowing that whatever happens, I'll still be the championship leader when I get back. Yeah, I'm sure Slim and Pelly will take a bite in Ireland anyway. So we'll see what we come back to and go again.
Yes, and when Slim got a drive-through as the first 30 safety car, did you think that's going to be a kind of an easy win?
It's a difficult track to be fair. You can easily drop it, but yeah, I thought so. At one point, it was pretty much job done once you had that drive-through, but and I got past James, and I was pulling the gap quite easily. I wasn't pushing too hard. And obviously, yeah, safety cars happened as part of the race, and I put him right on my gearbox for the end. And I'd love to say that let him go because I knew he had a penalty, but to be fair, he was quicker than me. On no softs at the end, he was just faster, so fair play for him not to be pacing.
Yeah, it was great to see you two battling on the last lap, and we hope to see them more into the season. But congratulations with your I think this is already a 4th win of the season, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think it's 5th actually. Sorry. Yeah, the penalty did get removed after last week, so ended up taking the win that one as well. But yeah, it was it's always great. Like me and Slim, I think we got a bit of an understanding. We know we can go really through. We know that we both leave each other just about enough room, but that's all we need. So yeah, it's great to have some battles, and even more so when it's for the win. So yeah, we've got quite a few races left this season, so I'm just looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, so we will see you in 2 weeks' time. I think then we will see you in the Netherlands at Zandvoort. So we'll see you back then.
No problem. See you in Holland. Actually.
Yep. Eric Slim, are you here?
Yes, hello.
Hello. It was quite a roller coaster of a race with the driver and struggled to get into the 2nd position. So I think you can tell us what you were going through the whole race.
Yeah, made quite of a mess of it there. Yeah, at the beginning I got the drive-through, as you know, by like 1,000th of a second, which was really annoying. But it's Australia and there's gonna be safety cars, so just kept my head up and kept on pushing. And then just under the safety car I got a 3 seconds penalty, so that was even worse. Worse then. But yeah, not the best, not the worst.
It's surely not the best and not the worst, because you now moved up to 2nd position and you'll now be 2 points ahead of Peldigaris going into Singapore. So are you confident going into Singapore?
Yeah, Singapore is probably the first track I properly practiced on the game. So yeah, I like it as well, so it should be good. Sad that the Die isn't there, so I was looking forward to fighting you.
Me too, mate. I'm devastated. I'm always to Singapore as one of the tracks.
Yeah.
I'll see you in Holland anyway.
So I think that's it for the interviews. I don't think Paul has joined us. I hear no sound, so I don't think he is there. So from tomorrow and Wednesday we'll have more action at Australia and GP1 on the other side of the world. But we'll see you next week for GP4 in Singapore. And I will say, have a great night and see you next week.